No one's got more game. No one knows more about an important game or hitting a clutch shot than a guy whose nickname is Big Shot. Let's welcome him to Covino and Rich. Robert Horry, everybody. What's up, man? How are you?
Man, I'm blessed, man. How you guys doing?
We're good. We're feeling good. Good to have you on, and I know it's NBA playoff time, so it's an exciting time of the year, huh?
Oh, it's the best time of the year. You know, I love this time of the year, man. You can see true hoopers go out and ball, all trying to get that elusive Larry O.B.
Yo, let me ask you, first of all, Robert Horry, when you see guys like Kawhi show up in game one, like, oh, that's where he's been. Where's that guy? You know, with load management and like some guys are like, is he hurt? Is he playing? Is this the time where, as a player, you remember seeing certain guys just show up?
Are you trying to say something about me on the slide, man?
I mean, you did show up. I mean, you showed up.
Did you just sneak this, Robert?
No, I did not, Robert. Big Shot.
It's funny how people say that, man. But, you know, it's something about the playoffs that brings out the best in certain athletes, man. It's that extra adrenaline, that's that extra drive. Knowing that you can be eliminated at any time just gives you a better focus, man. So I love it. And Kawhi, think about it. This is why he load manages all year. He's that wily vet who's won multiple championships. So he just said, you know what, the regular season, I'm just going to wait for the playoffs. And now he's showing up big time, showing everybody why he's considered one of the best players in the game.
Now, Robert, across sports, not just the NBA, baseball, football, there are guys that they always say these clutch players, such as yourself, in those moments where other players might get rattled or their heart rate might be going. Did you always feel in those moments you were calmer than the other players? Is that part of what made you clutch?
I think so. I think because the crowd can get you amped, your teammates can get you amped, but you got to have that even keel. And if you don't have that mental to get you in that place, you're going to be too strong, you're going to be too fast for the moment. And I know that sounds weird, but you got to be even keel when that moment comes so you can step up to the plate, step up to the, do what you need to do to be successful. And for me, that's what it's always been about, man. Be even keel, just play the game the right way and as hard as you possibly can.
They always say the game slows down for guys like Robert Horry, right? And they come up in big moments. Now, clearly you were clutch. Who are some other clutch guys that come to mind for you? It could be other sports, but who do you put in that category?
The guy has 7 rings, too. And you think of Tom Brady, the way he's able to step up. And, in the younger Tom Brady, he's able to step up and do his thing. I think of Kobe. I think of, Steph. It's so many guys. One of my favorite guys is Damon Lillard. This guy, as far as basketball-wise, is the only guy in NBA history that's hit a clutch shot versus every team in the NBA. So that's vital for me. And it is so many guys throughout the years that have been able to step up in so many different sports. And I love baseball. You can't, the captain, outside of the captain meaning Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
You know who I think of too, and I hate saying this because I'm a Yankees fan, and you're going to think, oh, Derek Jeter. But no, Big Papi I always think of. Came in so clutch.
Yeah.
David Ortiz was such a clutch player.
He was. He was able to step up and, some key moments, get some key hits, some home runs. But, man, come on. You think you're about to win a championship, all of a sudden Jeter comes. I'm not Jeter. Jeter. I work with a guy named Jeter. But Derek Jeter comes out of nowhere, saves your butt so many times.
I know.
Man. He is one of the clutchest guys that doesn't get talked about, man. And you look at him, his demeanor seems like he's the same way, regardless of what moment in his life is happening.
Robert Horry joining us on behalf of Bet Online. You can check out Bet Online for up-to-date odds on the NBA Finals, conference odds, first-round series prices, game lines, props for each and every game. Let me ask you, this is one of the questions that haunts me, and I feel like I've never really heard a good answer, and I think you're going to give me one. So when we think back to the 90s, and you think Jordan and the Bulls with the three-peat, then you, Hakeem, Clyde the Glide with the repeat, then Jordan comes back, three-peat. If Michael Jordan never stepped away from the Bulls, that Rockets-Bulls we never got, do you think that you guys could have actually beat the team that everyone feels was invincible? Do you think that Rockets team could have beat the Bulls?
Man, let me tell you something, man. I'm not just saying this because I was on the Rockets, but yes, because people don't understand how good Hakeem Olajuwon was. I want you to think about this. I want you to go through at every NBA championship that was ever won. Every team that's won a championship had two plus All-Stars on their team. we had one. We won that championship. Even though Otis had been one, but we had one also, Hakeem Olajuwon. And we were able to win that championship, come through down series, 2 older sons, and do things. And I know MJ is the greatest of all time, but the greatest of all time does lose sometimes. And Orlando Magic proved that when he came back. And I don't want to hear that excuse that, oh, he didn't have enough time to get in shape. He dropped 55 points against the Knicks in the game. So you got to be in shape to drop 55. Yeah. He just got beat by a better team, Orlando, who was, primed and ready to go. And so, it had no choice. And everybody, when I say this, think I'm crazy, but that's how much love they have for Mike. But don't disrespect Hakeem Olajuwon. Don't respect the team that led the league in defense percentage in the Houston Rockets. Don't disrespect how good we were.
And Robert, Robert Horry on the Covino and Rich show, we forget, who would have matched up against him? No offense to Cartwright, but Cartwright wasn't going to defend Hakeem Olajuwon. Come on.
You got your answer, Rich.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that answer. Thank you, Robert.
And here's the thing, I played on a field, and I know Phil didn't like the double team because, hell, he left me on the island by myself to guard Tim Duncan one time, and Tim Duncan averaged 35 on me. I'm like, dude, I need a double team. I need some help. He said, no, we'll be all right.
You still have nightmares about that?
He
still has nightmares about Duncan. Robert Horry with Covino and Rich. He's wearing all 7 rings as we speak. Let's talk about the game last night. Let's talk about Draymond Green and Sabonis. Is that just a regular Monday night in your era? How do you see it? How do you see what went down yesterday?
Hey, that's not a regular Monday night in our era. That's a regular Monday night in WWE. Monday Night Raw. Let's be honest. And so, man, for me, when I saw that, because my son was like, yo, Dad, you got to see the stump. I'm like, what stump? And I look, I said, oh, he's going to be suspended for a game. And I'm shocked. I'm really, truly shocked that he's not suspended for a game because, to me, that was egregious. That was on purpose. And, I got suspended for bumping Steve Nash into the thing. I got suspended 2 games. So, to me, it just pisses me off because what happened to me losing all that money for 2 games in the playoff, and he stumps a guy in the chest, could have broke some ribs, and he'll get suspended for a game. And it's not me hating on Draymond. It's just the situation was me. It shouldn't have happened. He should be, suspended for a game.
His foot's got to land somewhere, right? As he said. But hey, Robert Horry. You're Big Shot Rob. You ever throw garbage away and miss and feel bad about it because you're Big Shot Rob?
Hey, when I do miss, my wife looks at me like, all right, Big Shot Bob. I'm like, man, shut up.
That's so funny.
You don't end on that one, Covino. Hey, Robert, thank you so much for your time. Robert Horry, again, Bet Online for all updated odds for every game, the NBA Finals. Thank you so much. Robert Horry on the Covino and Rich show.
Thank you so much,
Thank you, my friend.
All right, guys.
Enjoy the games. Enjoy the game.